amiguitos, welcome back. For those who are new to me, welcome. My name is Adeola and I am a Nigerian living here in Merida, Yucatan, Mexico. Alright, so in today's video, I will be sharing 10 things that you can do in Merida to add to your social calendar, especially if you are still new in Merida. In a previous video, I shared places to meet friends and how to make friends in Merida. So I will be sure to link that video in this video so that you can get more ideas. But in today's video, it will be about entertaining yourself and just finding things to do here in Merida. Now, one of the complaints that I hear about living in Merida is that Merida can get boring because it's a small city, right? So some people might find that there isn't enough to do, or they run out of ideas, it's hard to meet people, and the list goes on and on. And I actually felt this after maybe a month of living in Merida, because I felt like, okay, well, I've already gone to the beach and I've gone to Centro and that's it. But the reality is that your social calendar can be full every single day of the week for 365 days in a year while living here. You just have to do some research, talk to people, open up your social network so that you can get some more ideas. All right, so let me dive right into it. So the number one thing that I would recommend, and I actually still do this even though I've been living here for over 3 years already, is to attend the free weekly social events that are put on by the city of Merida. They are mostly geared towards tourists, but then a lot of times when I go, I see many locals and also many Mexican nationals. So from Sunday to Saturday, there is something to do in the city. Wednesdays, there isn't much. Actually, yeah, every single day there is something to do. It's just that Wednesday on the social calendar, there isn't any, but sometimes I do get invites from people on Wednesday. So Sunday we have something called Biciruta. Monday we have Vaqueria. Tuesday they have something called Serenata in Santiago. Wednesday, like I said, there isn't any, but I think there is a choir group that performs on Wednesdays at Olimpo. But okay, and then Thursdays they have something at Santa Lucia. Fridays they have video mapping. Saturdays they have a Noche Mexicana. So if you live close to Centro or you don't mind taking the Uber once or twice in a week, there's always something to do. And if you have friends who come down to Merida to visit you, that will be a great opportunity and a cultural event for them to attend. Now, like I said, I still attend this event. My favorite will be Noche Mexicana because it displays the Mexican culture, and I'm just in love with the colorful Mexican culture. So that will be one thing that you can do. Just in case, let's say you were bored on a Tuesday night, you can easily go there and just go to, one of the weekly events. They are the same every week, right? But if it's been a while since you've gone, then it looks new. But Noche Mexicana, usually every week they have a theme, and depending on what's going on, if it's like Independence Day or Dia de los Muertos, it's different, like it's usually themed. Or if it's Children's Day, something like that, it's usually themed. So it's not the same performances every single Saturday, it's usually different. Number two will be restaurant tours. There's a dinner WhatsApp group that I'm a part of, organized by a lady called Monica, and I believe every 3 weeks she will organize a dinner at different restaurants in the city. You can always host yours as well and meet with friends every week. It could be Wednesday night dinner or Thursday night or what have you, right? You could do that. Restaurant tours, Merida, because it's growing, and when it comes to tourism and just people moving down here, the restaurant scene is actually getting up there. Many highly rated restaurants. Mostly familiar with the restaurants in Centro, and we also have really good restaurants up north. Now, late last year, the city inaugurated a street called Zona Gastronomia. So it's a street on Calle 47, Calle 47, where it's mostly restaurants in old colonial homes, right? We have a Japanese restaurant, there's an Italian restaurant, of course, Mexican themed restaurants, Oaxaca restaurants, well, I mean, that's Mexican, and just different types of restaurants. And there's a brunch place, I think 2 coffee shops, an ice cream shop on that same street, Zona Gastronomia on that same street, right? And as a matter of fact, all over the city, they have cool restaurants to go to. You can probably choose maybe 1 or 2 restaurants to try on a weekly basis in Merida. And also lots of American restaurants as well here in Merida to go check out. Number 3 will be coffee shop hops. This is similar to the restaurant tour, except in this case, you're gonna be touring coffee shops, right? Merida also is booming when it comes to coffee shops. And by coffee shops, I'm not only talking about Starbucks, right? Starbucks isn't just like the only coffee shop in the world. We have locally owned coffee shops that serves local Mexican coffee. And recently, about a few months ago, a really famous Colombian coffee chain opened here in Merida. It's called 𝒂𝒊𝒂𝒄𝒂. And I actually had a business meeting there last night. It was beautiful. They had really great Colombian coffee drinks, but I was a little bit disappointed though because they didn't have Colombian pastries like pan de bono and stuff like that. They had Mexican pastries like concha and other popular Mexican pastries. But coffee shop hops, especially if you are tired of working from your house, your apartment, you can probably go visit maybe 2 or 3 new coffee shops in a week. We have so many spread out all over the city, not just in Central. Central has a lot. Also, there is a lot in the north part of the city as well. Number 4 will be to go check out the horse ride or like the electric or the vintage car ride in Central. If you're a tourist, you've probably seen like people getting transported all over Central on a horse carriage. We also have an electric one that you can also choose if you're against animals working. All right, you can also engage in walking tours and other tourist activities that are available. Now I want to show you this magazine. I like to pick up this magazine. It's called Yucatan Today, and they've been publishing for the past, is it 5 years? Because oh yeah, it says 36 years. Yeah, so they've been publishing since 1988. And it says the Traveler's Bible in Yucatan, 36 years. Now, this magazine has a lot of things to do as a tourist or even as somebody living here in Merida. So even though I've been living here for over 3 years now, going on 4, I still pick up this magazine when a new issue comes out every month. They have many things to do, like checking out the cenotes, different villages to go check out in Merida, like new restaurants to go check out, different activities going on, haciendas, pueblos mágicos, cenotes, just different things to do in the state of Yucatan, not just Merida, because it says Yucatan Today and it covers Yucatan as a state. If you live in Merida, you want to pick this up. Usually you can find this magazine from the tourist offices in Central or from tourist-based businesses. Now, I pick up my magazine from my dental office because he sees a lot of foreigners, retirees, snowbirds living in Merida. So usually when I go get my braces done, they usually have a new issue because I go every month, like once a month, and then I will pick up my issue for the month and I just go through it. Yucatan Today is bilingual, so they have one side in Spanish, the other side in English, which is also great when it comes to practicing Spanish. So sometimes I'll read the Spanish side, and then to test my skill, I'll be like, okay, did I actually understand what I just read? And then I will read the English side. Number 5 will be to go to the beach, right? In Merida, we have so many beaches. Well, in Yucatan, Merida doesn't have any beach. In the state of Yucatan, we have so many beaches, beach towns that you can go to. Like, you can probably choose one new beach town every month. And if you want to go to the beach, let's say every weekend or twice a month, for example, let's say 𝒌𝒊𝒂𝒓, right? You can choose different spots in 𝒌𝒊𝒅𝒆 to go to, or you want to go to 𝒌𝒊𝒂𝒂, you can choose different spots in 𝒌𝒊𝒂𝒂 because it's a coast, right? To go to even Progresso isn't just the tourist side with just restaurants. They also have another side of Progresso that many people don't even know about. You can go check that part out. There's Telchac Puerto, there's Santa Barbara, there's Bravo, there's Tribuna Puerto, I believe. And then they also have, like, there's an island called Isla Columpios. It's at Tribuna. So you can go check out the beach and just choose different beaches to go to, or choose different beach clubs to go check out. I'm aware of maybe 7 beach clubs in Merida that you can, well, on the coast that you can go check out. Number 6, this relates to going to the beach, and that is going to the cenotes. In the state of Yucatan, I believe they said we have maybe 12,000 cenotes in just Yucatan alone. Quintana Roo has a lot of cenotes. And in Yucatan, in terms of publicly available cenotes, because not all the cenotes are actually open to the public. Some cenotes are like in the bush somewhere. Some cenotes are like in somebody's backyard on somebody's property. So obviously those aren't available to the public. But the ones that are available to the public are over 1,000. Meaning that if you want to go to a cenote every single day of the year, you can do that. Right? So you can go check out the cenotes and go cool off there. Go on a road trip. You can stop by the villages, grab lunch, take some pictures, walk around those small towns on your way to the cenote, or maybe on your way back from the cenote. I'll recommend on your way to the cenote, because coming back you'll probably be too tired to just to want to check out a pueblo. Number 7 will be to host your own fun. So you could host your own barbecue or a pool party. So last weekend I went to a pool party organized by one of my girlfriends here in Merida, and it was very fun. It was really cool. It was an opportunity to meet new people and also connect with old friends as well, right? So beach party or pool party. And relating to this, also you can go check out one of the many hotel pools in Merida. So some hotels and even hostels will offer day passes, and that allows you to use the pool that they have there, and you can order something to eat, something to drink, and just pay like maybe 500 pesos or so for a day to enjoy the pool. Very nice. And number 8, when it comes to things to do in Merida, is that you can sign up for a class. And that means, you can sign up for a bachata class, a salsa class, yoga lessons, swimming lessons, violin lessons, volleyball lessons, taekwondo, just all sorts of lessons. Because now these activities, they force you to leave your house, to go out and to do something and to meet people. So for example, sometimes I will sign up for a salsa class, and usually it's like 2 times in a week, right? It could be every Mondays and Wednesdays at 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. I go out of my house. I know that, okay, at least this week, at least I'm guaranteed that I'm gonna go out 2 times this week, Monday and Wednesday, right? You could just sign up for a class that will motivate you to go out and meet people and talk to people and have things to do, right? Number 9, when it comes to having things to do, you could just go out in the evening for a breeze. Right now, I mean, it's been very hot in Merida, but at night it cools down and we have some breeze. So right now, I mean, I had to close my window due to some noises, but right now I can feel some breeze right now just blowing into my apartment. But the best way to get the breeze is to go out for walks at the parks. Many neighborhoods, pretty much every neighborhood has a public park in the neighborhood or the next neighborhood. You could just go there and sit. If you have a dog, take your dog out for a walk, and then you can meet other people as well. If you have kids who like to play basketball, soccer, they can go play with the local kids and just meet more people that way. There is a park that just opened up really close to me. It's called Parque La Plancha. They have Zumba classes at 7 p.m. So you're dancing and exercising. They have a place to eat. They have bike path to go ride your bike around, rollerblade. There's a skateboard park. There's a dog park, and you can jog, you can walk. So that's a good way to just go out of your house, right? Go for a jog, go for a run, and just go in and take some breeze. And Merida has many parks, many green spaces all over the city. You can just go on Google Maps and you can see the parks closest to you, or you can go check out other parks. Also, we have something here in Merida called Parque Arqueológico, meaning these are archaeological sites that has been converted into a park, because Merida used to be a major Mayan kingdom. So all over the city they have pyramids. At the beginning I thought those pyramids were like replicas, but they're not replicas. They're actually real pyramids. So there is a Parque Arqueológico really close to me, maybe 15 minutes biking, and it's called Fraccionamiento del Parque. It's a really big park, and I think once a week, I can't remember what day of the week now, they have something called tianguis, which is where you go and you get stuff at cheaper prices. And also they have other parks like that with like pyramids and such. We also have a water park, like it has ducks and fishes in the ocean. There's another one called Parque 𝒄𝒕𝒊𝒐𝒏 𝑰𝒕𝒆𝒔. Actually, I have to actually go check out the actual names, because sometimes I memorize these names in English, sometimes I memorize them in Spanish. So it's a free park as well, and they have rides. They have like go-karts. I think there's a slide thing at that park. It's in the southwest of the city, and they recently opened up another park as well. It's a fun park, Parque Diversion. So yeah, so they have all sorts of parks. And there's another park that was inaugurated last year. It's called Parque de la Luz, like, you know, a bunch of lights and such. Just many things to do in Merida. And at that Parque de la Luz, it's also close to public zoos in Merida. So as you can see, they have so many things to do here. And the tent tip, I mean, we have so many things, but I'm just gonna keep it to just 10. The 10th thing you can do here in Merida will be to go visit archaeological sites, right? The whole state of Yucatan was one of the major Mayan kingdom in the peninsula, and so we have many archaeological sites that you can go check out. If you want to even combine, let's say, the beach and archaeological sites, I will suggest 𝒄𝒕𝒊𝒐𝒏 site. It's very close to the 𝒊𝒌𝒆 beach. You can go check out the pyramids and then go to the beach. We also have another archaeological site close to Progreso. It's on the way to Progreso. It's called 𝒉𝒂𝒓. Sometimes it's open, sometimes it's closed, because the people from the village, sometimes they have conflicts with the government, because the pyramid, it's in their property. So sometimes, you know, there's like stuff going on. So sometimes they protest and they close it down. Nobody makes any money. Not you guys, not us as a government. But 𝒄𝒕𝒊𝒐𝒏, it's usually open, right? And actually, speaking of parks, let's go back. Speaking of parks, really close to Progreso in Chicxulub, there is a park that opened maybe a year or maybe a year and a half ago. It's the dinosaur park, Parque Meteorologic. But anyway, so it's a dinosaur park in, you know, in Chicxulub, and I believe Monday to Fridays they have a discount. It's 50% off, and it opens in the evening. It opens from, I think, 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. but I would suggest going in the evening, not at 3 p.m. Go in the evening during the sunset. Oh, so beautiful during the sunset. So guys, that is it. 10 things to do in Merida without getting bored, right? There are so many other things, obviously, but these are the 10 things that I wanted to focus on, right? So if you're thinking about Merida is boring, maybe you're boring. It could be that you're boring and you need to maybe get new friends, or just do some research, or even just go on Google Maps. Like, you can just go on Google Maps and see what's there, and just pick a place that seems really interesting, lots of reviews. Go check it out. Or you can actually pick up this magazine called Yucatan Today, and you can go on road trips. Or you can do what I suggested in a previous video, which is to join different WhatsApp groups, and then you can get an idea on what's going on in your city. right? And I guess going back to maybe attending classes, you can also go to the language exchange. Right now we have about maybe 3 or 4 groups for language exchanges, which is great. Before there only used to be 1 and mine, so 2, but now we've had a few more people who have created their own language groups in the city. So for me, for example, right now I actually have to head out in about 10 minutes from now because I have my weekly language exchange group. So I know that every Wednesday evening I have a place to go to every Wednesday evening. So in the morning, in the daytime, I work, shower, get dressed, and then I head to the language exchange on Wednesdays. So that, I mean, for me, it's like guaranteed I have a place to go to during the week, right? And then on the weekends, I plan something with friends or I organize something and I invite friends. All right, so if you live in Merida, you can just leave comments below on some other things that you do to entertain yourself here in Merida without getting bored, especially if you are single. If you are here with a partner or with your family, then that's different, but as a single person, it might get boring very quickly. So let me know what you guys do as a family or as a single person or as a couple. If you have any other question relating to living in Merida, also you can drop it in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.